Yeah, she fucking up the rap game, and she don't even
So,
rap.
would you say like? Would you say so? Like, what? So you kind of gave us a little bit of your music taste earlier. Like, does your music taste get more wild than that? Like, what would you say is like one of the wilder things that you listen to that like people might not think that EJ is gonna listen to?
I definitely had a Latin jazz phase
Mm?
and
Latin jazz?
Latin jazz.
Oh, okay. So you like it spicy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
For all the Latinos watching.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah, that's cold.
You said Latin jazz. Okay.
Yeah, it's great. It's like vacation music.
I've never listened to it. I'm going to have to hop
Basically.
on it.
He's right. 'Cause
Yeah.
it is,
It's what you bump on a vacation.
there's like
Straight up.
there's some few like there's this one song because I was watching this movie that I really like. That's how I get a lot of my music. Like a lot of the like out of pocket shit that I listen to is like from a movie that I just really liked and I vibed with it.
Movie
And it's like-
soundtracks.
yeah,
Are the
it's like-
way.
yeah, no.
Yeah.
It was this
Yeah.
one thing, and it's like, and it was like an Italian. It was like Italian jazz, so it's kind of the same, a little bit of the same vibe. Like not as, it was more so like focused on like the violins and like the sweeping, the swelling of it and everything, and just like is really calming and just like vibey to listen to when you just sit down and listen to it. And like, would you say that like you're like a diversity in music taste? Would you say like that's important as like who you are in the rap game, and like, and would you say just in general that's important to have when you start doing something like rapping?
Oh yeah, you definitely got to have different, inspiration, different genres that you're soaking in, stuff like that. You can't just listen
Right.
to just rap because you can tell
Because
when a rapper just listens to rap and like they're one dimensional. Their music,
mm-hmm.
a lot of their stuff sounds the same. They
Yeah.
sound the same a lot of the times on the song, and it's like,
Doesn't have any real like vision to it.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you got to have those different kind of sounds, influences, stuff like that. Like I'm a Post Malone fan for sure, cause I like the different melodies and stuff he does, and
Mm-hmm.
He's very diverse and
Instruments
his
and
sound
stuff.
is different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like instruments and stuff like that too. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I think that's like a common thread of a lot of artists who are talented with instruments. Is like you're not gonna find a whole bunch of artists who are like instrumentalists and they're really good at their craft. You're not gonna find a whole lot of those artists who only listen to one kind of music. Like I mean, because those are the people who, if they're doing it for long enough, they actually have a love for it. You know what I mean? So
Right.
they're explorative. You know, they go out and they look for something that's different than what they're gonna hear on the radio every single day. So like that's one of the things that like personally I haven't listened to the radio voluntarily in like years. Like I'll hop on Spotify, I'll find something I want to listen to. Like I know what I want to listen to. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
me
Like
too.
I'll be in a vibe for that day and I'll be throwing that on, and that just that'll get me throughout the day. And then I'll switch it up a little bit later, hop onto something different that's just way out of pocket. I'll throw on some metal or something like that at the end
the
of the
metal.
night.
Damn.
Yeah, like throw that on at the end of the night just to cap off my night while I'm out here like working, like, and that'll get me through the rest of the night, and I'll be
You'll be good.
Yeah.
ready.
I've been told I have really weird music tastes. Like
Yeah.
people don't like necessarily vibe with my music when they get in the car at first, just because it's like it's different. It's versatile. Like I know I had an ex and he was just like hated my music. He was just like, "Where do you get this music from?" I'm like, "Movie soundtracks," because why not? Like I just don't like people who are just one-sided. I love all types of music, so I think that's really cool. You can just be vibey and just, not give a fuck what people think, and that's where I'm at with my music taste. It's weird. It's eclectic. You're gonna like it anyways. Fuck it. Whatever.
Yeah.
Cool.
So that kind of leads me in, well, it doesn't really lead me into it. I'll just go into it because fuck a transition. So like there's this common belief that people have that they feel like the negative emotions that an artist feels like bring out the best in that art. You know what I mean? Like that, like the negative experiences and emotions. And I'm not gonna bullshit because I'm really on the fence about it. Like you know what, on the fence is too much, is giving it too much credit. I'm gonna say I'm on the side that believes that the negative experiences and aspects of somebody's life, and when they put that pain into art, that brings it to a completely different level of just like it can make an artist explode, really. But like also at the same time it's dangerous, because you got cats like in the last episode we talked about Mac, and so like you got cats like that who they let it take them down,
overpowers their work. And are you like that? Do you ever have days where you go in the studio and you're just angry as hell for no reason, or you're just sad for no reason, and it just all pours out into your music?
Yeah, the song I'm performing is off of my breakup, my ex-girlfriend. So I didn't believe that shit when they said your best work comes after a breakup. I didn't believe it until I actually had the breakup.
And was that kind of recent for you, or?
It was like 6-7 months. So.
Okay, so fairly a baby.
Fairly recent,
right?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So it's like, it's like my most, it's like my best song basically right now. It's like my most vulnerable song, my realest song, and my whole, it's like a whole new level. Yeah, for me, basically. So
oh, you got me hyped now, bro. I'm fucking
I'm excited.
Everything you just said was just like, damn, dude. It was a negative experience that like elevated my art, and it's just like, I want to relate to people and be
relatable,
relatable, and like I'm Aquarius, so it's hard for us to be vulnerable. We're not, we're really cold, closed off. So it's like, this is a weird song for me, you know what I'm saying? I'm vulnerable on it, you know what I'm saying? Open it up a little bit. So it's like, I agree, totally. That definitely happened to me.
I mean, well, here's my thing. Is like you got cats like Chance, you know what I mean? Like he came out with something positive, and he has songs that are positive that are fantastic. Yeah. Angels, I love that song. Have you heard that song Angels by chance?
I don't think so.
Oh my god. All right.
I haven't heard that song.
That is with him and Saba, and it's a really good one, bro. Like there are certain times where I think it's just the intensity of the emotion that you feel. I don't think it's necessarily that it has to be like a negative experience, but it's an intensity. So like a negative experience is like, I think inherently really intense, but like a positive experience can be like, it was pretty positive. Like I had a pretty good time. It was pretty cool. Or it's like, that changed my life. That was religious. I love it. I'm so happy. I feel so good. This, that, and the third. And so like, I think it's like a certain amount of intensity that if you feel from this positivity that's going on in your life, that you can bring that into your art. You feel me? So like, would you feel like if you had something positive enough happen to you, like just that was just flipped
like
on
you're
a light?
Happy, like you're go lucky.
Yeah. I've had moments like that where I just in a great mood, you know, made some music, got me in a better mood because it was like a hype beat or happy, you know. So that's kind of the plan. I got some more happy songs I'm dropping after this.
Some more upbeat, would you say?
For like, the summer,
Okay, so like after the breakup, this is your glow
after
up.
the breakup song,
the glow up.
After this sad shit, I got some hype shit coming.
I like that. Okay.
With Joseph Bills, I don't know if y'all heard of him.
I know he is a local artist out here.
Yeah,
Joseph
Bills, Just the Empress. Got some summer bangers coming this year.
Summer bangers.
Okay.
I'm excited. Yeah.
And
happy shit.
And so like, you know, when you go into the studio, I know I'm really into different like instruments when I hear things in music. Do you have 3 instruments you would say you always listen for? Like whether it could be synths, drums, like when you're picking out like a beat, like this is it for me.
I do like synths, pianos, drums, of course. Trumpets, depending. Some trumpets are hit or miss, you know, horns and stuff like that.
Is it because it's too heavy or not heavy enough on the horn section?
It just comes down to producers. Some know how to do it, and some just don't. You know what I'm saying? Like J. Cole, Middle Child, that producer.
That was amazing.
He killed the horns on that one. That's a good.
Yeah, Middle Child is great.
And Win with J-Rock, that's another one with the horns.
Yeah, bro.
So if you got if they do the horns right, it could just
Or
Take-
it could take it to a different level.
take it to
could
another
make it a
level.
spiritual
I'm pretty sure they
experience.
both were on Grammy nominated, and J Rock won a Grammy. for
Hey,
that shit,
trumpets, Jason Derulo. Do not knock that song. That was a really good song.
You're
Jason
right.
Derulo.
Like
You're
trumpets, come on now.
Yeah, you're
I know
right.
we bringing up Jason. Like we can't hate on the
I
homie.
don't know if I remember that one.
You know, okay.
That-
I'm gonna have to right. I'm gonna have to show you after the show is over.
Not that one.
And-
That is like that is all I had to
Yeah.
do was do that, and you just sang the whole song in your head just now.
Oh, that's Talk Dirty to Me.
They're not the same song.
I
Is
thought.
it
Well,
the
I
same
don't know.
song? Oh,
no,
shit.
it's not the same song, but I mean, shit, it's still horns.
Right.
You know what I
There's
mean?
some
So
horns
that's
in
a
there.
That's damn. That's.
I thought it was the same song too. I'm not gonna
It's-
lie.
it's
Like I really
not.
did, because I
It's
was like,
not.
that is Talk Dirty to me. I don't know. I guess I don't know trumpets then. I'm not a huge Jason Derulo.
Yeah,
Right. I mean,
man.
I just had to bring it up just because he was the first person that popped into my head when I
Mhm.
thought of like some sort of instrument right now. I don't know why, but
Mhm.
he was the first one. So,
Yeah.
but that's really cool. Like, but what about saxophone? You said you played sax. Like, you ever listen for some saxophones? Do you like that? Really, you said you like that jazzy type of sound. So that's something.
Nah, not lately. I've been on different kind of beats lately.
Mm-hmm.
Sax, like, yeah, I haven't really been on.
Like the jazz vibe.
Yeah.
Not really on the
feeling it?
not really on the
More-
jazz vibe lately. Last year I had some kind of jazzy stuff.
Happen.
For
Mhm.
420, dropped some chill
Chill
stuff.
vibes.
Chill vibes last year, you know.
We
but,
always appreciate chill vibes.
chill vibes. That's what it's all about.
Lo-fi vibes. All of
Lo-fi,
those vibes.
yeah.
Mhm.
Is it lo-fi or lo-fi?
I don't know. I think it's lo-fi. Every time I hear
I thought it
it,
was lo-fi.
it's lo-fi.
I haven't heard a whole lot of people pronounce it. I always see it typed. But
Yeah.
I've
Not
just
lo-fi.
immediately thought of lo-fi.
Lo-fi.
That's what I thought originally, but then someone told me it was lo-fi.
It just don't sound
It's
that
not
smooth.
Wi-Fi. You don't say
It
Wi-Fi.
just don't.
You
It
feel me?
doesn't
It's
sound
spelled
that
the same.
smooth. Right.
It's spelled the same. Wi-Fi. You feel me? Like
Yeah.
Right. It just doesn't sound as smooth like lo-fi. Lo-fi.
lo-fi.
You know,
Lo-fi. Yeah. No. I mean like
lo-fi is a vibe.
that lo-fi be smacking. Like I love rapping on those kind of
Mhm,
beats. Like
yeah.
that's just fun because that's
Yeah.
just like the boom bap beats. I think are like inherently easier to rap
Mhm.
on anyway.
True.
Like I gotta give it to like the trap rappers like that do that kind of that go more heavily into the trap vibe because that's like actually like difficult. That's like you have to be really listening to like catch the vibe as to like exactly what you want to do with it. But with like a boom bap beat, it's so easy to just keep on tempo with it, and it's so easy to just keep on the same beat with the same, not necessarily the same flow, but it's easier to change your flow on that too because you can catch the beat still.
Mhm.
So like that's one of the things. I mean that's just my opinion. Like that's what I noticed that was easier for me to do. So like with the synths, like because like here's the thing, you can use synths a lot of different ways. We all know that. But like, would you say like you like it more in like the like super ethereal like Travis Scott way of using it, or is it more along the lines of like something like Zaytoven where it's like the pianos and the synths in it it's still very like clear exactly what you're hearing from the synth section?
Oh yeah, Travis Scott for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely got stuff that sounds, yeah,
Definitely, it's
Yeah.
in that lane.
in that
Mhm.
lane. Okay,
Mhm.
that's really cool. And you know, EJ, I'm just gonna go off topic here just because I have to. Is your style influenced by anybody, like the way you dress? Because you came up in here looking like some member of Migos or something. So I just really want to know, like, where do you? I like this watch too. Like, I'm gonna have to.
Thank you,
Should've
appreciate it.
Took that off your wrist real quick. And this beanie too. Like, I'm gonna just
Oh,
bring
yeah.
that up.
The beanie, yeah, the beanie's like my merch. You know, holla at me if y'all want one.
Oh, that says EJ. Oh my god.
It's EJ. Yeah,
Okay.
I doodled this and then sent it in, and then they made the logo from there.
How
So
much?
yeah, it's about to be March, so they're about to be $10 now. Shit.
Oh
Hook
wow,
me up,
very
bro. I'm
affordable
finna holler.
merchandise.
It's not cold no more. Shit.
You're right.
Very
man.
affordable merchandise
So
that EJ
prices,
has.
yeah, they're about to drop. You know,
My ass gonna be sweating, still wearing that motherfucker.
you're gonna be sweating. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But you know, you can save it. I
I'm
know
be looking
people
fresh though.
people take Cali trips all the time. you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it'll be good.
You
I'll
can
be
always-
rocking the EJ beanie.
Yeah, thank you, appreciate it. Yeah, so people be taking pictures with it, sending it in. I post it, and so that's cool to see people actually this one girl bought like 3 beanies, so it's like
Oh wow. So
It's
Oh, like you
cool.
got like different colors of them in
I
there?
got different colors and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like, wait, is the lettering like a different color too? On
yeah,
some
different.
Of them?
Yeah,
Oh.
Oh shit. Okay.
yeah.
Bag.
So I got like a black one with the red logo, and then I'm about to drop some blue on blues for my gangster niggas out there. Some red on red, you know what I'm saying, for y'all.
So not only are you a rapper, you are a fashion designer entrepreneur too.
Yeah, you gotta have that merch, everybody. You know what I'm saying? As artists, you know, as artists, you gotta have that. I was late to the merch game, you know.
Late to the merch game. I don't even have merch yet, so like you're not late.
It's no rush, but when you actually get it and someone actually buys it, it's such a good feeling. Like that first time someone actually like, damn, I made money off of my merch. Like,
Right.
it's a good feeling. So
I feel like that's a really quick way to get yourself like independent too.
Mhm.
It's like
Mhm.
especially with your merch, and especially if it looks as good as like what you have designed. You know what I mean? And especially you designed it yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like if you have that and you start selling that, like that's the best. I feel like that's might be one of the best ways to become independent and be able to focus on your art more.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Is like
True.
because like yeah, people will kind of be like, nah, I don't really want to buy a CD. I can just stream it. You know what I mean? But like once you have merch and that shit's cold, and nigga sees that shit
People
and
will
he's
buy
like,
it.
let me cop that. And it's like you're instantly you start making bread, you start making that shit hand over fist, and you good. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
That
Yeah.
shit, that's the goal, right?
Yeah,
there.
that's the goal.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely gonna have some tanks coming up for summer. Shirts, t-shirts, tanks, all that stuff. So
Is there any specific design you go for that's like kind of close to your heart?
well, I know out the gate I'm gonna keep going with this logo, just the EJ logo. Put that on everything, you know. But I've had different ideas, just different, you know, little phrases or stuff, you know, that I thought about that I might try. We'll see. I definitely love gold.
Right, I see that you golded out right now.
Oh, yeah.
right?
Gold and
Like
black.
I
For
see the
sure.
shirt. The shirt has some gold in it. You
Yeah,
know?
so this kind of style, I like that kind of shit. So
Okay.
if I
Gold
can
and
do
black is
something
forever classic, bro. Like that shit,
forever, that never gets old.
it really does not at all. Like
Ever.
if you can put on some gold and black on a fit, that just takes
Yeah.
it right to that next level. It's just
Mhm.
like okay,
Okay.
all right, then, I feel you.
Yeah.
Like, man, I what was I gonna say?
And EJ, are you? I see, you know, like your posts and everything on Instagram, and you know you've had so many successes, and I just want to know that, you know, are you a spiritual person? You know, when it comes to like, do you, you know, everything happens for a reason? Like, you know, I moved by the universe, or are you still kind of like, or are you a Christian, or what's your religion right now? Like, how are you feeling about that?
Yeah, definitely leaning more towards the universe kind of belief these days. More, yeah, just more so like, you know, just positive thinking, believe in, you know, manifesting like your thoughts, stuff like that, and attracting like good things into your life, kind of thing as far as that goes. But I always make sure I'm respectful of like everybody's beliefs. I don't like shit on nobody. Like whatever you believe, that's cool. You know, I'm just all about coming together, turning up, being positive, smoking, having a good time,
That's like
all that. Yeah.
That's a vibe, EJ, and I
Yeah,
like that.
That's what I'm at. Yeah.
you know, you're
everybody
just
that I've
you.
met that's like a like that has that belief of like a spiritualism in the universe, that like and that understanding of like the universe will do what it'll do, and you're not really trying to stick to any particular human understanding of things. Like people that have that belief, I've seen more often than not are much more accepting of others, of other people's belief systems, of other people's patterns and other people's like life choices and stuff like that. And you just understand it like, yo, the universe is going to be how it's going to be. You got to where you are based off of your decisions and based off of how the universe decided to let you, you know, come to the understanding of your reality. You feel me? Like that's really what it, in my opinion, that's really what it breaks down to. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like just accepting other people, but also understanding that everybody's path is different.
Yeah. Hell yeah. All that.
all that.
And if you got the opportunity to actually make it big, you know, what's one way that you would, you know, help your community out? Whether it's back home in St. Louis, whether it's here in Arizona, what's one thing you want to do to make a difference? Donating to charities? Where are you at with that one?
I definitely have plans to start my own foundation one day, and definitely got, you know, passion for the kids, music, and lot like what's the word? Like lawyers, judges. I want to do some kind of scholarship for
Okay.
to get like more black judges, more black lawyers, attorneys, DAs.
That's fucking smart.
So supporting anybody who is black.
Anyone, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's because that's honestly that's how it's gonna have to be basically. Like,
Sue me, I'm rooting for everybody that's
yeah,
black.
yeah.
Okay.
Instead of trying to change people or force shit.
I like that.
Because there's kids that like want to be lawyers, that want to be
Like public
in that,
defender.
yeah,
anything,
mayor,
right.
yeah, or city council.
Well, I mean, like that's the only way
Whatever.
that's the only way to enact any real change. You feel me?
Mhm.
Like, is you know, by doing something along the lines of that, especially with the lawyers and the judges. Like, that's important. You know what I mean? Like,
Sure.
to have somebody that looks like you representing you, who came from kind of the
came
same
from-
position that you did.
Yeah,
That's criminally underrated. The aspect of that.
facts.
Like that people go, that goes unnoticed so many times, because you can be represented by somebody who may feel that they're a very progressive person, but they're still looking at you through some lens. You know what I mean? The lens, like how they were raised. That's what systemic racism is. You know what I mean? It's not anything that they are doing intentionally. It's just something that they were raised with, and they believe this certain thing, and it's very much ingrained in them. So they're looking at their client as they're like, well, he might be guilty, like shit, like, or somebody who's like understanding, who's like, no, he's not guilty. This is what happened. You didn't listen to him. You didn't listen to what he told you, and you didn't try to read between the lines, and you just slapped a label on him. Like,
Right.
if we could have more kids who are searching for the ability to go be a judge, go be a lawyer, go be a public defender. You know what I mean? Help out your community by doing that. Help out your community by making sure that everybody gets a fair shake when it's time to get on that stand.
Right.
Everybody
True.
should have that fair opportunity, no matter what
Sure.
race you are, sexual orientation, anything. Everybody should always have a fair opportunity. And I think that's really crazy that it's even Black History Month that we're even bringing up that topic in 2020, that Black people still aren't treated fairly. We're still not given the same opportunities. We're still looked down on for who we are, just because of our skin color. So it's really cool that you want to make that impact, and you want people to see that, you know, Black people can do anything. And I think that's where we're at right now in society. A lot of people, you know, are pushing that. Like, Black people can, and Black excellence is there. We're already there. It's just a matter of people seeing us in that light. So thank you so much, EJ, for coming out and, you know, doing this interview with us today.
Oh, yeah, most
We
definitely.
really
Thanks for having me
appreciate
out.
it.
Thank you.
It's been awesome. You answered all our questions. Like, we didn't know what to expect since it's our first day meeting you, which was crazy. But yeah, so everybody, thank you guys for tuning in. We're definitely going to bring EJ back on a little bit later in the episode so he can do his performance for us, and you guys will be able to hear that. And yeah, you can follow me at Junoverse, JUNOVXRSE, on Instagram, and this is going to be SensePod Official on Instagram as well. And you can find me there.
EJ, where can they find you at on the gram?
They can find me EJALLDEY on everything. So that's EJALLDEY on everything: Instagram, Spotify, Facebook, Twitter, Apple, Snapchat.
Everything.
Yeah, I took over that name, baby. I got it. So
Yeah, y'all heard Mans. He has a
yeah,
breakup song for us.
Keep it.
Ladies, go ahead, slide in them DMs. You feel
Slide
me?
in
Oh
now.
God.
I know they've been popping.
They gotta be popping.
Shit.
Right.
Yeah, y'all can find me at Bummy Poppy on Instagram and on Snapchat several days late. I might get a Twitter one day, but that place is scary. So y'all can go ahead and just hit me up there, holla at me, let me know what you think of the episode. Let me know any artists that you might want to have on, because I'd love to hear them and love to meet them. So that's been Sense, y'all.
All right, y'all ready? Yeah. Let's see what's up. It's called In Person, dropping soon. I wanna talk on the phone, but she wanna meet in person. Better to be all alone. Tell me, is it worth it? Million things be on my mind, feeling like the worst man. I wanna talk on the phone, she wanna meet in person. From the drop top, had to tell the truth, I ain't ready. People change, she ain't ready. Long talks in that wind, long time we went steady. Guess I gotta move on, good times, won't forget it. If you walk out that door, just hope you don't regret it. You don't regret it, it was lit. Now relationship shit, you know I don't throw a fit. Your concerns you know I can fix. Got me like a black emo, bank account was at zero. Making all of these moves, still gotta pay all that rent though. I told you this a million times. Tripping, I watch love unwind. Told you, baby, give it. Either way, no, I'm gon' shine. I wanna talk on the phone. Person, she wanna meet in person. Yeah. Tell me, is it worth it? Tell me, is it worth it, baby? Feeling like the worst man. Feeling like the very worst man. From the drop top, had to tell the truth, I ain't ready. People change, she ain't ready. Long talks in that whip, long time we went steady. Guess I gotta move on, good times, won't forget it. If you walk out that door, just hope you don't regret it. You regret it. That's all I'm gonna do for now. Coming soon. Boom, EJ all day. We out here. Thank y'all for having me. Follow me everything. Boom.